In my life, I have seen the intervention of different governments or the different organizations. In fact, we in computation also look into the change management. If there is some resilience in computing, if you see that some process is being computed, it is in run state, then to avoid the core dump, what you say, the abrupt ending, but how you can manage to keep running the system with maybe minimal bad impact. That is what we call it, resilience computing. And here in this case, the intervention is always required. Intervention of the government, intervention of even in our own life. We intervene and we change the course. We take some decision, making a forecasting that how it could be. So, what two ways we can look into this intervention. Intervention is proactive, but the intervention is after. For example, is all this what Subrat Babu, Jitendra Babu has told about the telecom sector, this sector, that sector, all this. All this intervention is not proactive. It is somebody told us to do it, or we are compelled to do it. But similarly, if you see the grand intervention of liberalization, what we talk about. This intervention is, we liberalize our economy. That time I was quite young and working in industry, Electronics Corporation of India Limited. We liberalized, and this liberalization, nobody told us. The government in India didn't do it. It was forced. It was forced by World Bank, by IMF, or it was initiated also by Reagan and Thatcher. These two lead the country, lead the whole world. And they preached for liberalization, and all of us went for liberalization. And that time what happened? All these, at least I was in electronic industry, I saw that all electronic industries got smashed. Kodak TV was ruling the country all over India. And it had Kodak TV from Bhubaneswar. In this small state, it was a huge market all over India. And all this electronics industry all over the state, it just got smashed. We got the Onida and all these foreign TVs and all these things. So this has got, there may be some good thing also, the liberalization. So that is what the impact of liberalization or impact of intervention is what we need to study. If you see the liberalization in China or even in Russia, there was a controlled liberalization. They saw that the own strength of the country comes up to cope up the change and again stand to compete in the world. So this liberalization or this intervention, either it is self-driven or it is driven by somebody, that is what probably we need to talk about. For example, I will tell, this is what I talked about, the liberalization. Another example I think we all see, probably, I don't know, in the talk somebody will talk about that. You simply see the Patanjali, Ramdev Baba, we all laughed at it. We always laugh at the saffron-clad gurus. Wonder he did. How much wealth he created. How he created? He just changed the lifestyle of this country. This country, before those who never talked about Ayurvedic, this and that, now people just come and wait till the Patanjali product comes, till they wait to buy. And now the Colgate and all, they just can't beat him, and they themselves have gone to Ayurvedic product. So this is what is this, this is what somebody proactively can do the change. And that is the intervention he has done to the society, Indian society. And this is now, the other intervention is that intervention is made, we try to run and catch up, we try to know how we will cope up and cup. The other intervention is, he has done that, he made enable others. He made the Indians to take the lead of this, the intervention. So this, anyway, this can be two ways one can bring the intervention and into the society or into the economy. Particularly, we're talking about economy here. But whatever the changes we need to make is that there is a gauging the impacts of this intervention is prime. How much it is, Jitendra Babu has seen that the impacts in different sectors, like economy and society, or it could be short-term impact, it could be long-term impact. What we at least for the God's sake, we are optimistic that now these changes will take to the growth of the GDP. I hope. I always wish, pray it should do, it must do. So this impact study is a matter of academic study. It must be studied very carefully, and there must be method of study, all this. And in all this study, I hope that during the discussion, or even the students, the faculty here, probably would come out that what is this process of intervention? If you need to intervene, what could be a generic process of intervention, so that anybody goes for such policy formulation or any change, well, this process can be used. It may not be totally, it cannot be a very generic process, but it is we need to think of a process which is more or less satisfiable, or the process which can be which can have some terms and conditions, so that this process can be followed. Maybe whoever is trying to look for this intervention. We always look at the study in terms of case studies. We do the case studies, we take the data, and we give we prove an hypothesis for a particular case. But I always during my interaction with some faculty in this school, I have already expressed myself that these case studies, from these case studies, bringing out a theory, and maybe characterizing a theory, its applicability. That is what probably the real study we need to do of these case studies, particularly in case of the intervention. Of course, the intervention is at this stage of this world status, it is mostly, it looks like technology driven, and we all talk about IT and this and that, but now this artificial intelligence, the technique and data analytics we talk about. But we need to be very careful what we careful, and also Jitendra Babu has already told the strategy that not to just talk that Google person is talking about deep intelligence and all these things, data analytic, but how this thing will impact a country like yours, a population of varied strata and varied capability, what impact it will give. Probably that we, the industry, academia, must think of it. For example, the day will come, the programs will be written by a program itself. You don't need any programmer for that. Now, of course, lot of the testing work has been driven by the tools. Before, for tester, we used to recruit lakhs of the students, for a testing of software. Now it is the tool driven. So this automation in different sectors, how would it impact the employment? That is to be studied. But it's not a very dismay figure, because when I took my first degree in computer science, I was called for an interview. I applied for this is like what is that, Faker in Bhadrak. There is a Faker company. So that time is computer programming and all. It is very hot, and there are many companies called me, and then this Faker company, when interview, I was, after all these things, this HR person asked, this computerization and all will reduce the human requirement, and a lot of clocks we may not need. So there will be a strike and all these things. What is your reaction? That time I was in 20s. I told, that is your problem. Why should I bother for that? So the point is, that time probably I told this, and I just thought that it doesn't matter. This kind of answer. I just came out. But now when I grow old, now I thought that this is a issue. What we need to think about it. We need to think about is that what is its social impact, and how this intervention could be smooth enough, could be resilient, and lead to a success. And probably the founder, he has already told it. Probably that is what is a best model to see that how this intervention, what he has done to the tribal society here, and got a very successful model of this. I heard him in many occasions, and I have seen him that it does not really impact their social beliefs, culture, heritage, and still they come to the modern world. So that is what is, let's say, this is in practice. But what I was talking about, the process, probably we need to have a very, what I was talking about, there is a very rigorous definition from academia, is that what is the process, what is the model of intervention. And this school, I am happy to say that, maybe for the benefit of our esteemed speakers and the visitors, this school has been not yet another management school. This school has been very rigor also in research as well as training in practice. So I have seen last year very lot of research publications. Thank you very much. So I wish the students of this management school to give an equal hand to the faculty towards that academic rigor, and particularly to give your hand to the research contributions. So there are many things towards your practice as well as research. The theory and practice must go together. And also I have small stint till now here. I am here for last 4 months only. I have seen this school, I think the second enclave I have seen. I heard very bright talks here. But I am little bit because from academia I talked to Professor Vaswani also when I went to his school, this kind of a conclave. I will request the director as well as the dean coach these speakers. The speakers are from industry, they will be very busy persons, of course. But maybe there is an essay or write-up as a chapter of their talks in let them take in a year itself. If they make it, then we can bring up as a book in Springer or in a very, very good. I will also request the speakers kindly, you spend some time, like this talk. I mean, it will be a beautiful chapter in a book, something on intervention and all. Probably, we can get it published by Springer. Because why I'm telling, I have been conducting here in a conference here called ICD-SETI for last 14 years. In that, 8 years back, I thought, we should have a industry forum for that. And I left it for a few years. It was going, industry speakers used to come and talk and go. But I told, no, that is not, it is not what, I should have some tangible product from it. Then for last 3 years, we are publishing a book from industry speakers, they contribute it. We are publishing it, from Springer. So it is happening. I also request the esteemed speakers, please spend some time in a whole year, probably, if you give that chapter, then we can take it to the good publisher. It is not very ordinary publisher. I'm sure I will get it done from the Springer itself. So with this request, I will stop it. And because the finance, the Lakshmi and the Saraswati must go together. That is what probably I would like to say. So thank you very much. And I am sure you will have a very pleasant discussion, very academic discussion, and very practical. That is discussions from our experts, esteemed experts in this subject here. And I wish the students also give very thoughtful. It is not only listening to that what Mr. Panda was talking. You have to realize the real change is coming to this world. This change should not sweep us away. This is what is the concern here. Thank you very much.